Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Christ. I'm excited to be up this morning with my coffee. Y'all come on and join me. Whether you got coffee, tea, whatever you drink in the morning time, that's on you. But I'm so excited about today's subject matter. Now, if you look at the description, you will see that I confess that I spent my boyfriend, now husband, $20,000 on. I couldn't tell you today what I spent that on. Now, I'm a transparent person. I like to tell my story so you don't have to make that same mistake. So if you're a younger person, older person, and you just don't know what to do with your money, look, we got to get it together. I will be 50 next year. I turn 49 this year, and I don't want to have to work for a living. And so I am bringing on my niece, who is amazing, transparent, but she loves Jesus, who will talk to us about finances. Now, I know y'all want to tune me out as soon as y'all hear finances, but look, that is the one thing that keeps you from living a life you really want to live. That's the one thing that keeps you from going on that vacation that you really want to go on, or being able to do things in the kingdom and fulfill your purpose. And so I want to talk about money. So, I don't want you to do what I did with my $20,000 or my boyfriend, husband, $20,000. I want you to live the life that God wants you to live. And so I'm going to bring her on. Brady Robinson, how are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Hello. I am well. I'm so glad to be here with you. Hey, guys, this is my auntie. I love her. I love her.
Yes.
Love her. So I'm excited. I feel honored. I get to be on Coffee and Cry.
I'm so honored that
All the way from Dallas. All the way from Dallas.
Dallas. Yes. I'm excited. So my niece has an amazing book. I want her to tell you all about it. I have it on my Kindle, but I had to get it. I just ordered it again on paperback because I want to highlight. Like I got like stuff I want to highlight, but I got it on the Kindle so I can read it. But I'm excited about it. So tell people about you and tell them a little bit about your book, and we're going to get into this whole money issue.
Okay, so good. My name is Brady, Brady Robinson. I do have a business, Robinson Empowerment Group. I am a recently published author of a book called Your Power Within. You Have What It Takes. Now, just think about that title, Your Power Within. You have what it takes. So quickly, the book is really about once you say I do to Jesus, once you say yes, everything you need is deposited in you in that moment. And that sounds like a lot, and you may not believe it, but it is. Once you say yes to the kingdom, everything you need to live in this world, in this life, is in you. But we just have to learn how to develop it and train it and pull it out. So pretty much just empowering everyone to walk in their purpose. One of the main things, and we're going to talk about this today in our conversation, because we're going to talk, I'm a budget coach. We're going to talk about finances. I'm a speaker, things like that, about walking in your purpose. Y'all, my auntie is killing it. She's gonna be able to retire like soon. But guess what? She walking in her purpose. It's not work for her. Until you walk in your purpose, I don't care how much money you make, it's always gonna be something. Something. You're always gonna be, it's like looking for that next thing. So that's what we're talking about today, getting these ladies in order, these people in order with their finances, walking their purpose. I'm excited. Thank you guys for having me on today.
I'm excited too because I don't want it to be that conversation where like, I don't want to talk about money. And
Right.
the reason why people don't want to talk about money is because they don't want to really put it on paper. Like you talk about this all the time. They don't want to put it on paper. They don't want to see where they at. And I can relate to that because, as I started doing different businesses, my entrepreneurship, I was seeing that it was grace by God maintaining me. Now that I had this extra money and I was really like setting my house in order, I was like, well, I got to pay this. Well, I got to pay this. Well, I got to pay this. Things that I checked out because we'll check out those other bills. We'll maintain the day-to-day bills. But when you want to get your name right,
yes,
that's important for me to have my name right. Like, I don't want to be Christian debt. Christian owe me. You owe me.
That's right.
And so,
and really, it's all about accountability and stewardship.
Yeah.
Like I say, people don't understand when you say yes to God, yes to Jesus. I say, because I'm not married, so to me, I said I do. I got you. I do. But it's just like it's so much that we're accountable for. Here's the thing: we should be the richest people. He should not. That come on, and I put that in my book, guys. He died. Jesus died so we could have life, not just have life, but have it more abundant. He
Yeah.
said it. So all that, oh, she money hungry or it's a prosperity church. No, he died. I mean, think about that day, that Friday. Could you have went up there and let people spit on you, pierce you on your side, and down the cross for us to still come out poor? Come on. He went through a lot. He went through a lot for me. I don't know about you, but he went through a lot for me. So I gotta make him proud. He did not die for me to still barely get by. My lights cut off. I've been there, done that. But see, we're blessed. So we
Yeah.
have to be good stewards.
Yeah, we have to be good stewards. So
Yes.
tell people about your business, because I really like the fact that you coach people into just getting their stuff, because people, it's important to have a person who you feel confident in,
Mhm.
because it can be an embarrassing situation with
It
me
is.
just
Yes.
giving you all my bills, then you see that I'm buying shoes instead of paying a
Mhm.
light bill, all that stuff. So tell them a little bit about your business and what you do.
Sure, it's Robinson Empowerment Group. I'm a motivational speaker and a budget coach, meaning like I host events. If you need a moderator, facilitator, if you are the person that don't really like to be in front of the camera, I can translate it for you. But for coaching, I am a genie. I teach my clients how to live on a budget. We all think we know how to live on a budget because I pay this bill, I pay this bill. But a budget is actually writing it out. And everything I teach is biblical because it says, write the vision, make it plain. It says, count up the cost. So
Yeah.
we're counting up the cost, right? He tells us, here's the thing, he gives us instructions on everything we need to do. And what you don't realize, money is mentioned more in the Bible than anything else. But
Mhm.
but when you say Bible and Christian, it's like, oh, they want money, you know? Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
no, God know it takes money to run this world. Also, I believe that's a test for him to see, okay, baby girl, okay, daughter Sabrina, I'm gonna give you this money. What you gonna do with it? How are you gonna act? Because we tend to lose our minds and lose our head. But my coaching plan is just showing you how to write down a budget, live on it, and obtain financial freedom.
Yeah.
Hate to see people call these people and pay these credit repair. You don't have to do that. You don't even have to do that. Some of that stuff you don't even have to do. Just leave it alone. It'll fall off. I can tell you how to do that, and your score still increase. So, guys, debt is never good. It's never good. Nothing is good about debt. If you don't believe me, you find something positive about debt in the Bible, and then you reach out to me and let me
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I love that because it doesn't matter how much money you make,
know.
you
Right.
in debt.
That
Because
is it.
I'm gonna talk about that $20,000 that I blew.
I married you. That's why I love y'all. I love
You
it.
still married me. Yes,
So
yes.
sweet. I love her. I would have too. You sweet.
So I want to talk about this because I know we might have different people watching us, but I know particularly in the African American homes, we never discuss money.
We
We never
don't.
discuss budget. We never discuss planning. We never
Mhm.
discuss the future. And I want to change that. And I really want to change that so we can help our children.
Yes.
I'm really on my boys about tithing. They
Yes.
know tithing. They know offering. That's a no-brainer to them. They've been
Right.
doing it since children's ministry. That's why you need to have your kids in children's ministry.
You do. Hmm.
Um, and then now I'm trying to change them. Hey, you can't just go out there and buy them Jordans. Like,
Right.
because you're gonna be here asking me for some gas money. Like,
Hmm.
save up for the Jordans, and then when you got enough and you still got money in your account, get it. Pay yourself 10%. God, then you
Yeah.
in the savings account. You don't get to touch that money. The greatest thing I loved is that my oldest son had to go to the dentist. He needed like $700 worth of work.
Hmm.
Well, because he was saving the money, he was the young boy up there and paid for it, and the adults around him was putting their stuff on payment
Come
plans.
on. See?
And I said, you see what I'm talking about? How you, as a young man, it didn't hurt you to get that money. You still have money in the bank, and you still got money coming in. It's
That's
important.
true.
So
Yeah.
talk about African Americans, because that's why I blew the $20,000. My mama never talked to me
We
about
weren't
it.
taught.
And when you
That's
grow up
true.
struggling a little bit, you
Hmm.
get this money like, oh, I'm not gonna wear used clothes anymore.
Right.
You
Right.
know, so
Yeah.
talk about that for African Americans. You find that.
For and as a people, you are absolutely correct. Money is not talked about. It's not discussed. Other than don't do that, you run down my light bill. Close my refrigerator, you run down my light bill. Turn those lights off. We are always hearing the negative part, and I understand it because even though I'm a budget coach, I see my children. My daughter will go shopping for something. Is that too much, Mama? Can I get it? And I feel so bad because I'm like, you don't worry about money. Let me worry about this. But she does need to be mindful.
Yeah.
Because you have to identify as a culture, who are you? Are you a spender or a saver?
Yeah.
I have 2 children. I have one of each. My daughter she can spend it all. She don't care. My son came in my room crying, only got $13 left, my money low. He
Yeah.
was crying. He was crying. And I
Yeah.
was like, so what you got to do? You
Right.
need to do something.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want no broke man. Don't nobody even like being around. And that's how I tell you. So he was like, he asked for a lawnmower. He been cutting yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're right. I started them from birth from ties. I will make them, you know how people, oh, you're so cute, give you $1, go get 10 pennies.
Yeah.
It starts as simple as that. Start with pennies, nickels, dimes, whatever it is. But as a culture and as a people, we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Now, I saw this meme, Auntie, that said, growing up, I didn't even know what tax return was. I never knew when my mom got tax. She didn't talk about that. We
Right.
didn't talk about money. I never knew how much my mom made. I never heard her say anything about overtime. I
Right.
just know she worked a lot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know she worked a lot and she was tired.
Yeah.
And we had to be very cautious. And we did do garage sales, thrift stores. We
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just wanted to break that generational curse. Now, I'm a thrifter. I love thrifting, but I talk to my kids about money. I sat down, I made a spreadsheet. And I wish I could share it in this with you guys. I made a spreadsheet and I showed my children. We got red, orange, and green. Nothing should ever be in red.
Yeah.
So I said, they was like, Mama, what? Why is that so much? I said, that's how much it costs to live in this house.
Yeah.
And it changed their perspective.
Yeah.
And I say, so you see, when I'm telling you, get your hands off the wall, don't swing on the rails to the stairs. You see why? Because I have to pay that, plus I would have to repair whatever you break.
Yeah.
It changed it. They started taking more care of our home.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So we, like you said, Auntie, you said, we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
We don't talk about nothing. We don't go to counseling.
Yeah.
We don't fit. I love this generational shift. We're changing.
Yeah.
And like you and me and these platforms, we're changing. We need to talk about it. Sit down with your husband. The budget should be a shared experience.
Yeah.
It should never be, oh, my wife paid the bills, I trust her. That's great that you trust. I love that you do. But sir, if she went unconscious right now, how much is your phone bill?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's the password to go on and pay your mortgage? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that. So I just had that experience with my boys because they thought that they wanted to move out into an apartment. I said, well, we're not going to an apartment.
Okay.
You guys can buy a condo.
Yeah.
Not a small amount of condo. But I said, but you don't have enough money saved up. So I went over daily, monthly bills.
Good job.
Like assessments, like HOA fees. Why we gotta pay for the grass? We don't need. No. So
they're not counting up the call. People you have, and you're right. That is so good you're doing that, because what? Those men have to marry somebody. And I need you, young man. I need you to be able to run your household. I do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good job.
Right. Exactly. So I want to talk about this $20,000. Okay. My husband has always been, and this is women. If you're watching me, if you don't listen to anything else after these tips Brady give, listen to this. My husband has always been, let's save money. I got to have my money. Let's save it. You know, I want to buy real estate. At 19, 20, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm coming from a home where, you know, I didn't have very much. I'm starting to make this little paycheck. I said, babe, we earn the money. We got to spend it. What do you know? As a woman, I was changing the good habits that he had in his mind, because we as women have that type of influence over our
men. We do. It was designed that way at Eve. Right.
Yeah. And so he was like, okay. So we were at the mall all the time shopping, but he still stayed persistent with his real estate. He said, babe, why don't you get into the real estate with me? Mm-hmm. Me, because nobody taught me my gifts, my purpose. I can be an entrepreneur. I'm not going to be working for myself. You know, I don't know anything about that. I got a job. I want to move up the ladder.
Right.
You know? So he did the real estate, but he got the property. Now I'm spending the money that he got from the property that I didn't want to be in. And he needed my help and guidance and wisdom, because he made some errors that, from my perspective, I would have helped him not make. So some of the property he lost because I wasn't there to say, babe, no, I don't like that person in your building, or that's not this. So I wasn't joint with him. So that property didn't work. So I'm spending the money. So we had to save. God blessed him again. And he got into this other venture, got $20,000. Like, babe, I'm about to start my real estate back up. I need to find something. Why don't you just hold the money until I get ready? Not being on a budget. Not being on a budget. The money's in my account, is not separate from my money.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, I want this purse right here. Let me buy it. Oh, when I get paid, I'll put it back. Let me get these shoes right here.
Yeah.
Oh, when I get paid, I get back.
Right.
But payday, oh, something goes out. Something's not working on my card. So the money was never going back to the $20,000.
Right.
Here I am having to tell my husband, boyfriend at the time, I don't know what I did with your money, but it's gone. Like, can you imagine that feeling that I have to tell the man who trusted me with $20,000 for his next real estate adventure that I messed up, that I didn't help him with 10 years ago?
Right. I got you.
That I don't have his $20,000 because I didn't manage my paycheck, and I was not getting a small paycheck. Let's be clear with that. I was almost at six figures at this time. So that's why I say it does not matter how much money you make. If you do not have a balanced budget and a savings account, then you are in trouble. And the look on his face, I never want to see again. Now, my man loved me.
Right.
He didn't fuss about, I'm not going to marry you, or I don't trust you, or, whatever. He was like, okay, babe, we'll work it out. But as a woman, I was like, that is not happening again. Like, I have to get my whole budget together. And so now I am conscious of back with him. No, we got to save money. We can't spend everything we got. I'm back in line, and I had to learn that lesson. Now I am an entrepreneur. Now I am working on being those type of things. But women, if you don't get your past, your history, your trials and tribulations that you got to work out before you get into a relationship, you will be Eve to your man. And so that cycle happens over and over again. And so because we don't have a budget and have our stuff together, we're in a spot. And I'm sharing that with you all. It happened years ago, because I want y'all to understand it's just that simple. You waiting on these IRS tax returns, checks, and then they gone in 2 weeks because you had everybody coming out of Sam's Club with TVs and all that. We have to do better.
We have to do better. We have to think about it. Think about your surroundings. In other races, they don't even talk about tax return. It's not. I mean, really. If you're excited about tax return, you're in the wrong income bracket. Really. Okay. Right. But that's neither here nor there, because hey, I'm a single mom with 2 kids. I waited for it every year. That was my saving grace. Yeah. Well, now you think I start looking at other people in other races and other cultures. You don't even hear Asians talk about financial. You don't hear Caucasians talk about finance. They dread it. They wait till the last minute because usually they owe because they have a large salary or they break even. It's not a big deal. Yeah. But the culture, we have to change. And platforms like this is where the change is going to start. Yeah. But what I love about what you said, so many key things, I was writing some stuff down, is just what it reminds me of, and this goes perfectly with our conversation today: money, women, Christ, the Proverbs woman. Yeah. The Proverbs woman. What people don't realize, the Proverbs woman had many side hustles. What? Got up early in the morning. Like you I bet your husband sleep. Yeah. I bet your kids sleep. My kids sleep. Yeah. But I guess what? I've already got up. I've already made my bed. The Proverbs woman. She did property. She did real estate. She assisted her husband. She took care of everything. Everything we need is in the Bible, the blueprint. Just read it. It's there. Hey guys, we do win in the end. Read the last chapter. We win. It's a good book, but it's the Proverbs woman. And when you said that your husband may have missed a deal because you weren't there, That's, remember Rachel when he and Jacob and he was about to miss that deal, and she was like, "I'm not trying to overstep my bound. I'm not trying to be this boisterous woman," which we do need to watch. But had she not interceded for, he would have missed that deal for her father. So because she had favor with her father and she saw something he didn't see, she got it. That's what we're here for, right? So we have to be good stewards. Yes, we have a head of the household, the guy and the husband. I get that, but we still have a job to do too. As a Proverbs woman, if you don't like the Proverbs woman, it's many in the Bible. Pick one. Pick one. What I did was I had to find something that relates to me. Who's a single parent in the Bible? What woman in the Bible had kids and didn't have a husband? Because God, nothing new under the sun. So I know it's something in there for me that will give me hope.
Exactly. And so that's why I'm so passionate about people just getting it right. And I feel like that experience helped me for this season. Like, even though that was a tough, embarrassing season, it helped me for this season right now while I'm an entrepreneur, because now I am conscious of my money. Now I am working with my husband and say, okay, babe, what you doing?
What you doing right?
Your ideas, give me your concept. Let me share, because I'm a creative person. You know, he's in business. So I bring that extra creativity, and I'm like the transparent one. Like, I don't know if I like her in your place, you know, this not gonna work. You know, this probably not gonna work. And not just because she's a female, because her intentions aren't right, or this is not where we're going.
We have that discernment. We have that discernment. Also, it's just like your husband is the representation of Christ in your home. Here's the thing. He wasn't even your husband at the time, but he gave you grace and gave you favor and gave you another chance. A lot of men, that would have been a deal breaker, because they're not used to money, don't have, we you know what I'm saying? He gave you favor. He didn't fuss about it, didn't complain about it, but you learned from it. And you kept going, that's God, that's Christ. So that's a good thing. Y'all, we have, what the point I'm making today is, we have to do what Jesus do. It's not gonna work, right? It's not gonna work, right? Unless you, if you're not trying to model yourself after Christ, give up now. I mean, go ahead and follow Christ. And if you don't know how to do that, please put a message in, because Sabrina and I, we can definitely help you come to Christ. If I can't do nothing else, I can tell you about a man named
Jesus. Now I'm ready for these tips, because we talked about why it's important. And so now I hope you guys are ready to get some nuggets and tools of how to just start. So I wanted Brady to share some things from her book, give us some highlights, give us some tips, and just to get our lives together with this finances.
Okay, so for me, I love to, in my book, everything, I always start with a budget. We have to have a plan. If you don't want to call it a budget, you have to have a plan for your money. If you do not tell your money what to do, it will govern you. And let me give you an example. So you don't tell your money what to do. You just spend. I got paid. See, for me, I remember, I get paid in 2 days, so I'm going to go and spend the last I have. Let's go out to eat. But guess what? That day before payday, it's like it turned. And excuse me, but we transparent here. It will become your pimp, because now I'm having to borrow. Okay, Amy, can I borrow $10 for gas? I get paid tomorrow, and we always back it up. I get paid tomorrow. Money should never control you. You control it. And that's how you get comfortable and get used to having money, and it doesn't just make you go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Because I mean, like, we get money. I see it myself. This is money season. You had stimulus rolling in, you had taxes running in. What I love, God opens doors and He gives us that breath of fresh air. This is the time for you to start that business. This is the time for you to reevaluate. He is giving you a huge cushion. Let's be good stewards of it. But so first thing first, you're going to write the vision and make it plain, which is what I call a budget or a plan for your money. Now, what does a budget look like? For me, I start with my tithes first. I'd always tithe. And if you're not a believer, if you do not tithe, give. You have to give. You will not increase your money until you give. Sow a seed. If you don't have a local church that you tithe to, you need to have an organization, a nonprofit, or find a single mother that's struggling. Find a foster child that you want to help out. Give. That's the only way. That's the best way to level up. So you write down everything. You write down your tithes, you write down your mortgage, your non-negotiables, mortgage, car payment, lights, you got to have that, water, your essentials. Write that down first. Then after that, then that's when you go ahead and throw in your extras, like your Hulu, your Netflix. Because I want you to write down everything that gets any amount of your money. Every dollar should have a name. Because what we do is we take this budget and then we look at it. Okay, see, for me, I'm going to give you my budget. I had stars because I was trying to catch up on Power. I had Hulu. I had Hulu. I had another one, HBO, and I was like, okay, power went off and it's not coming back to June. Cancel that. I forgot about it. Had stars for a whole year, $12 a month, a whole year, and had never even clicked on it. That's a waste. I know to a lot of people that's not a lot of money, but $100 and some could have went somewhere else. That could have went in my kids' college fund. That could have went, you know what I'm saying? That could have went to my dentist bill, which I need
Yeah.
to go to.
Yeah.
So we're gonna write down, and you're gonna get rid of some things that you do not need. I had a client that relocated to Texas from Chicago 2 years ago, and they forgot that they had an automatic payment going to some gym in Chicago that they don't even have here. But when
Wow.
it's automatically drafted from your bank account, you forget about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2 years, her and her husband. So that's two people. It was like $66 a month. 2 years, 24 months times. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right? That's a
Yeah.
lot of money. Stuff like that. Then this couple, they make six figures, but their student loans hadn't been touched. We have to do better, guys. We have to do better. So we live on a budget. Then we first of all need to know what's your goals. What are you trying to do?
Yeah.
Because if you're just floating through life and living for today, hey, I can work with that too, but you need to start looking towards your future. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to buy a home? You're trying to go on vacation? Are you trying to pay off a student loan? Are you trying to buy a car? What are you trying to do? Because if you have a goal, it makes the journey a lot smoother because it's like putting something away far away
Yeah.
and you're getting to it, you
Yeah.
know. And we give up so fast because we want to set the goal and hit the goal.
Yeah.
It may take you years to hit the goal. Whatever it took me, I remember when I was trying to buy my house, my credit score, I'll tell you, was a 540. 540. I was making $14 an hour. Here in Texas, that was nothing, right? Trying to buy a house.
Yeah.
I had faith. I had faith in God. But you don't just wish it. God bless me with a home and then somebody knock on the door and you got a sweepstakes home. He said faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. So I told my kids, they were little, they were 5 and 7. And I said, we're going to buy a house because I'm tired of y'all sharing this room in this apartment, which was fine at the time, but I'm tired of it. It was a horrible area, gunshots. I was scared to go out it was just a bad situation because that's all I could afford.
Yeah.
So I remember we were driving down the street and I was like, look, we're going to get a house so y'all can have a backyard. And I need everybody to help with this. And my son was like, we can't help. We don't have a job. But what you can do is be a good boy. So Mimi don't mind keeping you so I can get this overtime. It's a family affair. We sat down. I told JD, what can you do? You can help Mimi around the house so she don't mind you being there so I can work long hours.
Yeah.
So they contributed too. I worked the extra hours. That's when I started my business. I had to get a side hustle because I wasn't making enough money. My credit was horrible. And then I had faith. And it took me guys a year. But I remember saying in January, I'm buying, and I said like this, I'm buying a house. I don't care if it take me to December 31st, but I'm buying a house this year. Guys, do you know I closed on my house December 16th? So be careful with your words because I could have said, I don't care if it take me to June 1st.
Yeah.
So that all goes back to the book.
Yeah.
In you are created in his image. You know you can speak life, right?
Yeah.
You can speak it how you want it. So speak your finances. I'm gonna tell you another one. And we transparent on here because with my auntie, she'll call you out if you fake.
Right.
No, look, I sat down with my clients, and so I did it myself. How much money do you need to bring home after taxes to make you comfortable, make you happy? For me, mine was $6,666.67. Okay, I calculated. I said it every day. I bring home. Do y'all know? And I'm not telling the story from September to now. I was killing it over that. I said it. I wrote it. And I would be at work and I just doodle 666. I just write it down. Clients, but it was on my mind. So then I start hustling a little harder for my clients. I start inboxing people. Hey, you want to get a free consultation? Hey, you want to do this? Come help me do this. So if you say it, your actions will catch up with your words, y'all.
Yeah.
Think that your money. If you don't know how to do a budget, change your words. I'm learning how to do a budget. I'm great at doing a budget. And then guess what? Call me for your free consultation.
Yeah.
I can walk you through it. You don't have to sign up for the program because this is God's program. So it's not all about money for me. I want to help you so we can change our culture, guys.
Yeah.
It's time out. Aren't y'all tired of being broke? I'm tired of being the last one. But he's the what? The last shall be. Come on.
I'm glad you said that in that point because last year I kept telling all my friends, I said, it's okay, but I want to make $100,000 a year.
I was scared to say that, Auntie. I'm glad you said that because you're going to help me with that. I was scared to say 6 figures.
Yeah.
The budget coach, I was scared because to me, how I'm going to do that?
Yeah. No. I said just me. Not including my husband financing. I know
right.
God, and I'm saying I said minimum because I didn't want God to say that was my max.
Right. That's why I said bring home after taxes. Yeah.
Right. Minimum, like with business, work, whatever, I need $100,000 minimum, and then go from there. And so you're right. And then God started opening up doors. People started calling me, and it just was like bam, bam, bam. But I was faithful in my tithes, faithful in my offering, faithful in my giving, faithful in my serving.
You told your daddy what you wanted, and he made a way for you to get it. Your daddy didn't just say, "Here, baby, get it." He didn't spoil us or give us a sense of entitlement. But you told your father what you wanted, and he started giving you ideas on how to get it. I love that.
Yeah, and then I love that you talked about what's your vision, because where your purpose is, because I love purpose. Where your purpose is where your abundance is.
Come on, He'll make room for your gifts.
Yeah, and so figure out what you're called to do. And I heard something that changed my life. I'm gonna let you get to the next tips. But people get settled on your calling and don't understand that comes with a role.
Okay.
So my role is, my calling is to teach.
Mm-hmm.
My calling is to teach.
Okay.
But how I do that comes in different roles. I'm an online pastor. I was children's pastor. I'm on here doing Coffee and Christ. I teach people how to do online technology. I do all these different things. So I was getting stuck and couldn't make the money I wanted because people were like, well, marketing you, we don't know where to put you because are you a children's, so your Facebook page should only have children's ministry stuff on it because you teach people how to do that.
Yeah.
Or your Facebook page should only have online stuff on there because you teach online, or your Facebook page should only have your Coffee and Christ information. No, you're trying to box me into a different one thing. My calling is to teach. How I do that is different roles. So when I break that down to money, what my gifts and talents are can be in the church world. It can be in the world. It can be with kids. It can be with women. It can be adults. We box ourselves in because people want to market us one way. So you know what I said? I said I need to market myself then. You don't understand what my purpose is.
Right.
Market myself. I'm going to let people know, no, I'm a teacher and I do it in different facets.
Yes.
So you have to know that as a person who's an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
You, as an entrepreneur, don't make people make you just one thing.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I love that. Yes, I talk about that also in my book because listen to what I'm saying. I love to speak, as you can see. I love to speak. I had this dream as a little girl, walking on stage. People come from all over the world hearing me speak. I got that opportunity when you and I went to Bahamas, okay? People came from all over to hear me speak. But here's the thing. I was boxing myself in being a speaker. Well, we joined, we're Effective Living. I went ahead and I didn't even know that budget coach was a thing. I was helping people with their, but I've always done it. I like money. I like to, how much money you got? Let me plan it for you. I love that, all in your business. So here's the thing. I'm boxing myself in as a speaker, not realizing that that's a wide arena. I'm speaking on different things. So you are so right. Again, the Proverbs woman, everything you're saying is in the Bible, guys. We're not making this stuff up. We're living it. We're walking. We're reading it. It's in the Proverbs woman was transparent. Y'all go back and read that. She mommy mode. You know how I would say, okay, let me put my mama hat on. Okay. She switched from in the morning, she handled her business to have her husband ready out the door and her kids. When they wake up, hey, good morning, kids. They leave the house. It's time to get on that computer and do some stuff. That's what we're doing now, right?
And don't limit yourself because the world is open right now from online.
Oh my gosh.
Gifts and talents to make, like, every gift is a stream. Every gift is a stream. So what you know how to do that bottles other people's mind, like budgeting, Brady, I do enough for my house, but I'm not a budget master.
Right.
It comes good to her. That's a stream for her. So I want the audience to know that with every gift is a stream.
That's true, because he said it in his word. He'll make room for your gifts.
Yeah.
And guys, when you please get the book, because it tells you about walking in your purpose.
Yeah.
And I talk about it in the first or second chapter. All my life, I didn't think I had a talent, because I thought talent was you have to sing, dance, or you could draw. I couldn't do none of that.
Yeah.
But I did get in trouble every day for talking in class. So shout out to Miss Wallace that sent me to the principal every day.
You and me both. You and me both.
So, but who knew? Who knew? And I was listening to Tony Evans from Oak Cliff Bible. He said that same thing with his daughter Priscilla. Adults were trying to silence our gift because they didn't understand it. So I got in trouble for talking. Look at your child. Look at your husband. What is the most aggravating, annoying thing that happens? A lot of times, somebody else's annoyance is their gift, and they don't know how to channel it. They don't. I was a talker, but I didn't know that there's a time to do that. It's a time not. Don't just be rambling. What are you talking about? I did not know my gift was to speak, and I love to motivate people. To tell the truth, I have you ready to run for president, baby.
Yeah, you will. You will. She will have you going. Lisa Simmons wants you to put your book up one more time. She wants to know the name of the book.
It is Your Power Within. You have what it takes. If you look at my name, it's spelled Bradye, guys. So if you want to go on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, if you want to inbox me for a signed copy, whatever you want to do, you can get it from anywhere. But guys, check it out. At least get the Kindle, and while you work it out in the morning, listen to it, because I just take walking in your purpose. And my auntie will tell you, because she's walking in her purpose. When I met her, I didn't even know what an e-pastor was. I didn't know. I mean, like, she's killing it. Like, she's creating roles. I mean, I'm like, catch up. You got to get your life together. That's what I love about her, because she pushed me, and she don't let me just sit. No, we're not doing that. But until you walk in your purpose, you will not be happy. I'm telling you, you can make 6 figures, 7 figures, but if you're not walking in your purpose, it's always going to be something. You're always chasing after something, guys. So embrace your purpose. Ask God to ask him. I'd be like, Lord, I don't understand what you're saying. Can you please make it plain?
Yeah, exactly. And
there you go.
So give me 2 more tips before we
okay. So we do. I have those right here. So I always say write a budget, right? So we got that down. We got a written budget. We have a plan. So we get the first 2, written budget and a plan for your money. Next, I need you to get an emergency savings fund. Guys, I am a financial coach with Dave Ramsey at Financial Peace University. So we do go through this. Get you $1,000 as soon as you can. Not your main salary, but $1,000 that you have stuck somewhere until you get this budget thing worked out. Now, let me tell you why I do that. For me, or whatever the amount is for your house, some of my clients want to have if they have a household of 5, they want $1,000 per person. So if little Johnny break his arm, they can pay the copay out of pocket, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Start with $1,000. Start with $500. Today. Go get your first $20. Put it in a jar. It's not supposed to make money. It's not supposed to be an investment. It is simply like a deposit in case something happens. Put it away. Put that $1,000 away, then you forget about it. That ain't no savings. That's not I got some money saved. That's for emergency purposes only. Yeah. Next, then what you gonna do? We already wrote our budget down in step 1, right? We got our plan for our money, right? Now we got a little bit of savings. Now we're gonna hit this. What's on this budget? What can I eliminate? What can I lower? Is your cable bill $300? Maybe you don't need the sports package. My mom's 79. She had the ESPN package. She didn't know. They just gave her that. I hate when they do old people like that.
Yeah.
She had the ESPN package, sent them all this stuff. Mama, your bill like $230. After I went through her bill with a fine-tooth comb, it did take some time calling. Her bill got down to $69.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. That's a big savings for me.
Yeah.
Studies show that for cable, the average person have 3 to 5 favorite channels. What you pay all that cable for? If your channel, my mama's channel is OWN. She like OWN, and whatever that is to watch the have and have. Now she like all that stuff and all that. So, mama, how about we finna cancel this cable package, and we're gonna stream, and we're just gonna pick a la carte. And she was like, okay, I can do that, because I don't watch all. She had like 300 channels. You don't watch all that. We are in a society where we think because we have a whole lot, we're winning.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is not really being smart, and we're being ungrateful. So we're gonna eliminate some things off our budget. My next tip, then you got your and it takes about 3 months to successfully learn how to live on your budget. The first month you're gonna mess up. The second month, okay, I'm kind of getting this. The third month, I can do this.
Yeah.
When you get to that, I can do this. That is in my book too. Don't chill, because I did. I did. I lost 27 pounds. I was like, I'm good now. Back on it. I ain't got to do nothing else. All I wanted was to hit this number. Don't chill. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep doing what you're doing and add to it. So then we got our budget down. We got our emergency savings fund. We have a plan. We know that hubby and I want to go on a vacation, or hubby and I got to put these babies through school. We got a plan. So now what are we going to do? We're going to pile up as much cash as we can. This is where you can get in your sweet spot. Go ahead and you can go out to eat. You can do some things because you got the big part over and you got your plan in place.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it hard for you guys. I want to make it realistic.
Yeah.
But you can have abundance, and that's what we want to push on you today.
Yeah. I love you.
I love my auntie
Robinson. And this is why I brought her, you all, because I like people who are just going to be transparent, be real, love Jesus, walk you through it, and make you feel comfortable with it. So we got to get out of debt. Like, we have to get out of debt. We got to start walking on our purpose, and we got to stop living from paycheck to paycheck. We have to stop living from paycheck to paycheck, and we have to start. It doesn't matter if you're in the red. You can get out of the red into the green and then get into the abundance life. If not you, for your next generation, for your legacy, let's leave them something. Let's not leave them with debt. Let's not leave them with trying to figure out how to bury us, not leaving us how to get your house paid off. Let's leave them with legacy. And I don't want to just leave my kids with legacy. Like, I want to enjoy my stuff. And you get the rest. Like, I enjoyed myself. I traveled. I went where I wanted to go, but I wasn't worried about, if I spend this, can I pay the light bill?
That's true. That's true. And that's so good, because I'm finally in a spot now where it's okay to live and do some things. But I have to pray about that, because like I said earlier, you're either a spender or a saver. It's not a gray area. You are, I mean, take the test online. You're either a spender or a savior. Okay. So I'm a saver. So for me, once I put it in saving, it's like going in a vault. I can't. And I have, but I struggle with that. And that's not good either, because you can't hoard money. You see what I'm saying? So I had to make myself yesterday go to the Apple store. I'm going to go online and buy a refurbished phone. And then I looked at it like, Brady, you work hard. You have it. It's okay. You have to go. You where you need to be. It's okay. And so for my savers out there, guys, give yourself some grace, because if not, you're going to get frustrated and you'll stop. Because I feel like I'm always working. I don't get to do nothing. Well, baby, you go spend some money. And then to my spenders out there, finding that balance, the best thing you can do is have an accountability partner. Like Sabrina, she has her husband, but she's learned so much from her husband. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't know where to start or what to do, get somebody that's stronger than you. That's in my book too. Somebody, and our coach says this, somebody succeeding in an area that you're failing. Call me today for a free consultation. It's free.
So tell them how they can do that, because if you guys are serious about your budget, Brady Robinson is an amazing person.
Let's get together.
So tell them how they can get in contact with you and your platforms.
Absolutely. So Robinson Empowerment Group on social media, IG, Twitter, Facebook. You can email me, Robinson Empowerment Group at Gmail. My phone number, guys, and let me see, I'll put that in the chat as well, is 214-200-6549. All Facebook, Brady Robinson or Robinson Empowerment Group. I just dropped my phone number in the chat, guys. Call for a free consultation. I can give you in 30 minutes. I can tell just from letting you talk, if you a spender or a saver. I can tell you an estimate for what you're trying to do. It's going to take you about 6 months, maybe 2 years. It could take 5 years if you got $100,000 in student loan debt, but at least you have a plan in place. And here's the thing, while you're going through this program, I think it's important for you to still enjoy life.
Yeah.
So you're saving, because I know like Dave Ramsey, he's real strict. He was strict on me. I went through his program, real strict. You can't spend nothing. I tweaked my program to be a little different, because if you don't let people have small successes, they won't stay.
Yeah.
So yes, okay, your first goal may have been to pay off a credit card. Okay, that's great. So go ahead and treat yourself and go get you a sundae, or you and your husband do something, or go buy you a shirt. I need a tangible item so I feel like I did something for myself. That's fine, but you're not going to go back and put on a card, on a credit card.
Yep, exactly. Thank you, Brady. If you guys missed this, y'all just coming in, I shared about my $20,000 catastrophe with my husband. And I just want us to be out of debt. Like the Bible talks about wisdom.
Yes.
And we need to get it, but we need the knowledge. And so Brady gives you the knowledge to use the wisdom. You can have wisdom, but if you have that knowledge to apply it, you just know stuff.
Yeah, he said, when he seek wise counsel. Yeah. Everything, Auntie, everything you said, you can tell we Jesus girls, because look, none of this is original, guys. It's all coming from the Bible and stuff we did. Which that's what I love about her. I was saying, my auntie, I know one thing for sure. And when I see her, she always had coffee, and she always talking about Jesus. Coffee, like, I don't know who gave you that name, but like in the Bahamas, in the middle of the day, she had coffee.
Hot or whatever.
Baby, I reached out to her. I was like, look, I need my spiritual aunt on my team. And she was like, gladly. I would never forget. I screenshot that conversation on our text message. I kept it because that was big for me. You could have said, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Y'all, we met in Maryland. We met doing ministry. So I love this. Everything we're speaking, that's why we have to be on one accord. Everything we're speaking are tried and true from the word of God. Yeah.
And you guys can do it. I'm going to get you back to your morning, but reach out to Brady and just share this content, because I know money is a hard topic to talk about, but we like transparent. And so we just try to be truthful and tell you what the word says, and let's do it. We can rock this debt. We will see you all later. Have a good one.
Bye. See you later.